Good morning, Dean. How are you?
Well, Jamie, I'm coming back to being happy. Just
About what?
about our Razorbacks.
Oh,
you know,
yes,
with,
right.
With the disappointment, but we got to take the good with the good, and it's all good.
Well, and SEC, dominates again.
They do.
Let's go with that for sure. But got some accolades for some individuals too.
Well,
right?
we did. We finished third in the final rankings.
Okay.
55 and 15. So that's. We're winning 77% of the time. So
we should be happy, right?
We kind of get greedy in there. And then Aloy won the Golden Glove Award.
Wow.
That
guy, he's from Hawaii, right?
He is.
Wow.
He is.
And he's got a brother too, right?
He does.
So, it's in the blood. Maybe they can all do it, right?
Yeah. But that's we've gotten 3 of the Golden Glove Award winners out of the last 10 years.
Wow.
And the only program in the country to have more than one.
Wow.
And, and you piggyback that with our softball player, Bry Ellis, the first baseman who was the softball player of the year.
So I wonder if that's ever happened. Both Arkansas gets them both, right?
Before.
So that is that. How about them Hogs?
Yeah. But she batted 440, had 26 home runs. She had a home run in almost every 5th time she got up to bat.
Well,
that's kind of in your league.
Yeah, right. I tell you what, though, I know some folks that have gone to those games. I mean, they are. High impact, energy impact. I think I'd like one of those, right? It'd be a short field, but big crowds. That's
so
cool.
That's good. Yeah, in the World Series, in the finals, of course, we'll give a shout out to LSU for winning, which it's SEC. So
I didn't wear my purple today, right?
Yeah, go Tigers. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting in the last game, 2 of the Coastal Carolina coaches got ejected in the first inning.
First inning, wasn't it?
First inning for arguing, balls and strike. And, the crazy thing is if they had gone to that third game, they would have been suspended.
They wouldn't have been able to.
They wouldn't have been able to be there for that third and final game as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well.
But just elated also, since we're on baseball, Norm DeBryan, longtime baseball coach, is going in the College Baseball Hall of Fame.
Wow.
He was there 33 years, and this is the second Razorback to go in. And Norm's been a friend for a long time since I was over there. When you say peach of a guy, that's Norm DeBryan.
Really?
Solid guy. He took him to 4 World Series appearances.
Wow.
When I was over there, the funny thing, I say funny, but the interesting thing was Norm. You know what he did before he became the Razorback baseball coach?
No.
He was taught PE at the University of Arkansas.
Okay.
And we had John McDonald that came in, was hired. Well, he was the track coach at Greenland.
Okay.
So we had 2 local guys that came in, and, of course, both of them are Hall of
Famers, no doubt.
And just tremendous guys. And, Norm will go in with Mark McGuire. Who played his college at Southern Cal, and then Steven Strasburg, who was a big-time baseball player. He was at San Diego State University, but he's the longest tenured coach, 33 years, and the winningest coach as far as wins.
Well, it's a no-brainer to be in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Got to work with him. He had started the Swatters Club, which is kind of the fundraising for the baseball. When I was over there and helped him with it, we had celebrity golf tournaments and
imagine that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And,
raising fun and
helping him raise money, and got to be around him quite a bit. And he had some great players. You think of Pagnozzi and McReynolds and Cliff Lee.
Wow.
And then, of course, Dave Van Horn as well. So,
wow, that's
special guy.
peach of a guy, right?
Couldn't be happier.
Well,
yeah.
Well, and to talk about happy, our city league for the youth baseball and softball is just about wrapped up.
Oh, wow.
We had some games last night. We've got a couple of games Monday, and we'll be officially done. It's taken a couple of extra weeks here lately because of the rain, and boy, I know the parents. I got to thank them because it gets hot here in the end of it, and but the coaches, the players, the parents, they've done outstanding. The crew with the concessions, serving the people to have something there. But now they get a reward, and they're all making their parties over at the city pool. So that's their reward. They used to give them a trophy. Now we give them a party. We give them a party and everybody wins, and I can tell you, lots of people in that city pool right now. Yeah. So it's a good spot to be in. So congratulations to them.
Man, do you have the best job around?
I absolutely do.
I mean, you spent all week out fishing.
I did.
And calling it work, and then you're hanging around the ballparks, hanging around the swimming pool.
It's not work. It's I can't believe they pay me, right? Yeah. But I tell you what.
We'll talk to the mayor.
Right? Yeah. Thanks, Dean. You don't have to do that. but we had 3 days of fishing camp from 9 a.m. to noon. Big thanks to Henry Adams Jr. and his son Cooper. Henry is the president of the Green Forest Bass Club, and they did an outstanding job of educating these kids. We had 16 kids. We were at George Pond Tuesday. We were at the Kings River at Highway 62 on Wednesday, and then we wrapped up yesterday at George Pond. Game and Fish, thanks to Jordan. She came over and gave us some ideas and actually brought some worms, and kids caught some fish, and they rescued a bird. It had some fishing line hooked up, and one of the boys grabbed it and saved it, and we gave him some worms. So a lot of educational. And talking about educational, a big shout out to Julia. She wrapped up the history camp thanks to Saunders Museum. The ladies there educated these kids. We had 8 kids, I believe, and in the Historical Society, they did. Star did a great job, and of course Julia, she just did an outstanding job using Pioneer Park yesterday. And of course they all got water bottles and T-shirts from the Bearville Community Center Foundation. So I couldn't do it without our crew, and it was a fun time. But we've got more camps coming up. We've got archery, we've got cornhole. In the theater camp, and we're going to have a golf camp the first week of August, but those are in July. But you can go online to bcc.recdesk.com and sign up. It's only $35.
Well, and you get the water bottle and T-shirt too?
Yep, and you get a day pass at the community center or the city pool. And
wow.
So you get that included those days. So thanks to everybody for doing that.
Well, I was going to wrap up a couple of events that's been completed and just announce some of the winners, but they had the rat race this last weekend. Had over 100 racers. Adrian Reyes won the race for the second year in a row.
He's a youngster, but he's fast.
He is. And then Cecilia Dawson won the women's division.
There's a Bearville alumni there.
There you go. And then we hadn't stated yet, but at the Ice Cream Social Grandma's House 5K run, they garnered $5,300 for help victims of child abuse. But Geronimo Arison was first in the men, and Annabelle Trujillo was first in the women's.
Well, and Grandma's House has got a ragball tournament this weekend on Saturday, and so Kaylee does a great job with that outfit, and always got something going on. So that's great.
Yep, and I was going to mention also today from 1 to 3 is a retirement party for Kevin Robertson.
Congratulations, Kevin.
44 years with Green Forest and Staff Bank. Well, he was with Huntsville and their branch, all their branches, but that'll be at the Green Forest Bank.
Yeah.
And then right around the corner is the fireworks coming.
Yes.
June 28th, Green Forest going to have their fireworks at the park. July 3rd is going to be at Holiday Island. On the 4th, they're having the Red, White, and Blue Bash at the fairgrounds at KTHS.
Yeah, thanks to KTHS.
And the junior board for the fairgrounds. And then that night is Fire on the Mountain.
Fire on the Mountain, right there on Saunders Heights.
Yep. City of Bearville continues to do that, and just a great pleasure. People are, already scoping out where they're going to go and be, but that's a great event. And then if you need more, July the 6th at Oak Grove.
Yeah.
They're going to have fireworks.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
That time of year.
It is.
Well, and at least it's not been so dry. I think we're going to be able to get away with it. They're supposed to have some rain next week too, so that'll help as well. So. And
then you didn't even talk about yesterday.
Well, you
had your ribbon cutting and the demo day for pickleball.
It was a busy day, and I was wore out, and about didn't wake up this morning. But no, big thanks to everybody. The mayor, Tim, came over, and of course the city council. Couldn't thank all these people that have done this, but all of our parks. We're always striving to improve our parks, but it's all committed to affordable amenities. And of course, pickleball, that's free right down there, right?
It is.
So, but thanks to Jay Lee and Sally Phillips and all the citizens of Bearville. Big thanks to Arvest Bank here in Bearville, Jody Hopper, and through their foundation of Arvest, it went through the Bearville Community Center Foundation as well. But they made a sizable donation. And thanks to Glenn Crenshaw, he's actually the Eureka Springs Community Center board member, and he's on fire for pickleball. And he did a demo day yesterday. He had some of the fancy paddles. He had a bargain bin as well. He's got all kinds of stuff for the equipment, and appreciate him coming over yesterday. And we're basically kicking off the league. So there's an app, there's a sign down there now that you can see how to sign up on the app. Scoreholio is what it's called, and we'll be able to match you to like players, and we're gonna have leagues for like Tuesday nights for the ladies and Wednesday night men's and co-ed on Saturdays. And so the more people we sign up, we'll get some limit days and time windows for y'all to play. But I think it's going to be just a social event and a great way for everybody to play from young and old. And so
that's one of the things, this is a kind of a new sport here in Bearville. It's, I've seen it grow. A large of part of their growth is in the Midwest, if you will, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Texas. But it's the fastest growing sport in America.
Right.
It's been that way. It combines tennis, badminton, table tennis, easy to learn, as you mentioned, for all ages and different skill levels. So, I mean, there can be young kids playing with older or older people beating the younger kids too, just based on skill level. But it's easy to learn, and it's extremely popular in the retirement communities.
Yes, right.
So, it's low impact and a good social. But I was going to ask you, do you know when it was invented?
No, I don't.
I need a buzzer here.
You do, right.
For wrong answers. Here you are trying to indoctrinate a new sport.
I think it actually was established back in the 60s, wasn't it?
65.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I knew something a little bit about that.
Came from Washington, a guy named Bill Bell and his neighbor, who was Joel Pritchard. They did it to entertain their bored kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they devised this game. And then it was further developed by one of their friends. But you know where the name pickleball came from?
Was it from pickles?
No, it was not.
It wasn't, was it?
It was from
another.
The Bill McCollum said that it was. He claims it came from his dog, which was named Pickles.
Pickle. Okay, Pickles.
But Pritchard's wife said it came named after the pickle boat. that is used in rowing.
Wow.
So there's some dispute there, but
I see.
again, a great game. It's fun. Again, it's fun for the whole family because everybody can compete. So, go out and give it a try.
Yeah, and it's right down from the city pool and right next to the tennis courts, and definitely the Public Works. You know how I get every department involved, and Public Works, Kelly Dishroon and Colin and Chewy and his concrete crew, they helped out. AQI Electric, Jeff Davis, shout out to them for the lights so you can play at night. And so, and my daughter, Michaela, she was there last night too. She picked the colors.
I like how you said that you get everybody involved. It's that you think everybody works for you.
Right.
That's under your direction.
That's a Tom Sawyer, don't you? Everybody wants to paint.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's fun for a little while.
Yeah.
But then we got the Parks and Rec department. Of course, Roy's retired, but now we've got Zach and Micah, and they're going to keep it clean for us the rest of the life of that place.
Yeah, that's the important thing from here on is the maintenance.
Big thanks to all the folks that made that happen, and it's just cool to see it come together and thrive. So thanks, Dean.
Well, it's going to be fun.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else.
Well, I was just going to recognize one of our loyal listeners.
Yeah, who's that?
Makita Williams, the Carroll County Treasurer.
Oh, the elected official, right? Yeah, that's good.
She said that she listens. I was going to mention it last week, but she was out of town.
So now you got her listening today.
Yeah, she better be listening today, or she missed her moment of fame. Right.
So and we want to recognize our sponsor. Bank
1889.
Right.
Doug Carr, aren't they celebrating?
Oh yeah, he's got an anniversary coming up. I think it's July 5th.
Yeah.
So it's coming up. So
and his dad actually spent time with him because we did an interview because he's going into the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Dale Ross and I sit down and visit with them because they're putting together a story.
We'll have to hear some more of that on the chat, right?
You betcha.
Dean, you have a great weekend.
All
okay.
right, thank you, Jamie.
We'll see you.
Bye.